How's it going, guys? It's been a while, I know. I got a lot of school shit and shit going on. But, welcome to my tutorial. This is a full body tutorial for the female figure. And we're just gonna get started. So, I'm not gonna talk through most of the intro. But, here we go. We're just gonna start with the circle. And what I do is I sort of start with a stick figure kind of thing, like an advanced stick figure looking thing. Right here, I'm just getting the ribcage in, and you can draw yourself a guideline that acts as the spine. Here are the hips, and then we're gonna go in with like the pelvis. Is that what it's called? Yeah, pelvis. And then here we go with the legs, just two straight lines. You don't have to make it complicated. Little circles for the knees, and then I like to curve the bottom of the legs. And then right here, we're gonna come in with the arms. Elbows kind of come midway through the body. And then right here, we're just going to just do some simple hands and the forearms. It's fairly quick. I had to speed up this video because, I don't know, it just had glitch problems if I did the full thing. But it's slightly sped up, so I'm sorry about that. But you get the gist of it. So what I'm doing here is I'm lowering the opacity so you guys can see how I start the full body. I'm not doing something that's perfect, so just gonna not speed up, I'm just gonna come up with a face here. Nothing perfect. Sometimes I make my heads too big, so I'm sorry about that. Or like I either make them too big or too small, and I'm just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit, I can resize it later. If you're drawing traditionally, like on pencil and paper, then you can always erase, I guess, or just draw lightly so you don't make a huge mistake. Here I'm just drawing in my collarbones and the shoulders. Yeah, see, I had to fix my head there. Most of the women I draw are, they're like thin to muscular. I don't really draw a lot of big girls. I need to start doing that though, because I need to practice more body types. But most of the girls that I draw are thin or lean and muscular. So here we're going with the hips. The hips kind of protrude outwards when you reach the bottom of the pelvis, because there's a hip bone. You guys will see at the end of the video I bring up like a skeleton so I can show you guys the anatomy. But here we curve in because women tend to be more curvy than men. And yeah, we're just putting in some pelvic details here. A little belly button. I'm not talking as I'm drawing. Like I record the video. Oh yeah, here we go. That's like the shape of the leg. A little chicken leg. Anyway, I record the video and then I talk over the video because I don't like drawing and talking at the same time. I forget what I'm doing. So here we go. Here's shaping the legs. I tend to go back and fix some things because sometimes it doesn't look right. It's easier with digital because you can just Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. But if you're drawing on paper, then you can just erase. It's fine. So here we go with the bottom of the leg. Tend to curve outward. It's like a convex and concave pattern. So when you reach the top of the hips, you go concave. Then when you reach the knees, convex. Then the outside of the bottom of the leg, convex again. And then concave again when you reach the ankle. Here we go, starting with the arms. I like to start with basic shapes. You don't have to go all out when you're beginning to draw a full body. I like to draw just basic shapes. Something that'll get me through. Something that'll tell me what the overall shape of the body will be. You don't have to go into much detail at first. A lot of people go into detail, and that's how they get frustrated. So, okay. Seems like we're almost done. Just fixing a few things here. When you do full body, like I said, you should come up with basic shapes. I like to use like a cylinder for the neck, and then maybe some spheres for the chest and the hips, rectangles for the legs and arms, and triangles for the hands. You don't have to go into full detail as you're doing the full body, because that's when a lot of people tend to get stuck. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to just go all out for full bodies, but that never really got me anywhere. I just kept getting frustrated. So if you start with just, simplicity, do the advanced stick figure, then that should help. You don't have to go all out. So here, I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck was I trying to say there? Oh, like the hand placement. You don't want to go too below the thighs. It's like mid-thigh where the hand stops. You don't want to have it near the knees. I've seen that a lot where people put it near the knees. Yeah, that's the body shape. You know, convex, concave, convex, concave. And here I'm just showing like different body types. So this one is a pear shape. Some women have pear-shaped bodies. Yeah, there we go. There's like a little hip line and stuff. And some women have more, how do I say it? More straight bodies. They don't have much curvature. That's, yeah. They don't have much curvature. Like, this is more of a, maybe an athletic body. So not too many curves. Maybe a bit more muscular. And, just fixing whatever the hell I'm doing right there. Sorry, like, I wish I could talk and draw at the same time so then I don't have to be up here and forget what the fuck I'm doing from my last video. Okay, here we go. I like to start out with the ribcage a lot. It just helps as a guide. Some women have an hourglass figure. They just got those curves, working it. And you don't have to specifically follow this guide. This is just this is the way I start with full body. It tends to help out a lot of people, but just by you know, being simple. And then here we go. Here's another structure for bigger girls. There we go. So yeah, pretty simple. I had to cut this video short because I had a lot of like technical problems and shit. I couldn't record for so long. I really wanted to make a long video, or long-ish video, but you know, fucking my computer's a bitch, so whatever. Don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. I'm just moving the skeleton and stuff over. So there we go. That's a full body right there. If you're on traditional, just draw the guide very lightly. And if you're on a digital drawing program, you can just put the skeleton on another layer and draw over it. Okay, now this one I'm going to start with the more dynamic pose. So here we go with the shoulders, the rib cage, or you can start with the spine too if you want. So here we go with the rib cage. And yeah, we're doing a more 3/4 view, I guess. So when you get used to drawing the skeleton part, or like the, you know, advanced stick figure part, you can start to play around with the poses, and you can start studying anatomy better. Because I was never formally taught anatomy. I just look at a lot of references. I never went to a class and was like, what's this? The fibia? Okay, great. No, I never did that. I just looked at references, or I bought an anatomy book once, but I barely opened it. So yeah, it's just a lot of big words. I don't really care. It's just if you can get it right by looking at other pictures, then that's fine. You don't have to know every bone in the body and every muscle in the body. That's completely unnecessary. So here we go. I started out the same way I did with the first one. Here I think I'm about to start on arms. Yep, here we go. So yeah, nothing complicated. Little circles for the elbows and the knees. You can do straight lines or you can do shapes, whatever you want. Straight lines, you can use those as like the bones of the body, I guess. And then you can add meat to it. This is what I tend to do. Some days I just go into the body, like I just go full body immediately. I don't use a guide. Some days, but if it's like a new pose that I never did before, then yeah, I'm gonna have to do the guide. But for beginners, a guide will be especially helpful. So here I am. I'm just making up a new face. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect because I'm not drawing for real. This is just for you guys, because you guys asked for this kind of stuff. Perhaps in the next video, I'll do a full body demo so you guys can see my process. This one, it was a bit I mean, it wasn't rushed, but I felt like I could have shown a bit more. So yeah, probably the next video will be a full body demo, and then you guys can ask me questions in the comments if you want. So here we go, starting with the neckline. Made the fucking head too small again. God damn. So it's the guide is fairly easy, and you'll start to understand how certain body parts are drawn, and then one day you won't even really need the guide anymore. Some people just know how to draw it because they just drew it so many times it's already in their memory bank. In more like anime or manga stuff, or like the, what is that called, the MMORPG games, there's more dynamic figures, there's more exaggerated body parts and stuff. Like my personal favorite is the characters from Dishonored, where they have slightly bigger hands than a normal person would, or their head shapes are kind of weird. But I love it because it's like the artist understands anatomy, but he understands it to a point where he can manipulate it and it can still look like a human being. You know, more stylized, that's the word. So here, you just kind of flesh out your skeleton. And with the feet here, the feet are just little triangles. I don't really go into much detail there yet. The key is not to go into detail in the first steps. You will get stuck. Just start simply. Okay. And I think we're nearing the end of the video here, yeah. If you guys have any questions for me, like what program do I use, or what tablet do I use, stuff like that, or if you guys have any requests for other tutorials, then you can hit me up in the comments. I read comments sometimes. I can't most of the time because I got, like I said, I got school and shit. Nobody fucking cares. But I read you guys' shit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there we go. Use simple shapes. I've seen a lot of professional artists use like basic shapes, triangles, squares, circles, rectangles, all that kind of shit. So don't be afraid. All right, we're bringing up the skeleton here. So I'm not sure if this is a female skeleton or a male skeleton. So if I'm wrong there, sorry. But I'm just trying to show you some basics. So here's the hips, where the hips protrude, right there. That's when you get a more convex shape. Sorry, I'm sniffing a lot. Just got over a cold. And then I'm right here. I'm just showing in red pen how to flesh out the skeleton. Get the chest in there. And then the legs. So if you guys want, you can always bring up a skeleton picture and kind of practice fleshing out the skeleton. So you guys have more better understanding of how to draw the female body. And there's all kinds of types of female bodies. So there's not one right way. It's just you need to know the anatomy. That's all. And then you can practice with other shapes, like to the right. So, yeah, we're nearing the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, state your questions in the comments and hit me up with anything else you want or anything else you need. This has been a full body tutorial for females. What was I going to say? A full body tutorial for the female body. Fucking whatever. You guys know what I mean. Alright, anyways, I'll catch you guys later, and yeah, I'll probably put up another video soon. So, have a nice day, guys.